made it to mid-January, and if your New Year's resolutions have also made it this far, congratulations, because you're in the minority. Studies reveal as many as 88% of Americans have dropped their New Year's goals within just 2 weeks. So how can we stay motivated to better ourselves, not only this year, but in years to come? We turn to the man who's been giving just this type of advice for decades. Tony Robbins has guided global leaders, athletes, and celebrities, sharing a message of personal mastery to millions. And as a man who's overcome adversity in his own life, he knows what it takes to help others. This week, I had the chance to learn more about the man behind the mission. All right, well, Tony Robbins, I'm so excited to sit down with you. Thank you so much.
Well, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, look, I think you're a person who so many people look up to, but you've actually been very open about the fact that early in life, you had a lot of adversity, and you were able to turn that around. So give us kind of the background to Tony Robbins. Who was young Tony Robbins, and how were you able to achieve so much in your life?
I've been blessed. I was blessed by having 4 different fathers, believe it or not. They all had a really rough life, and so they modeled what not to do in many ways. I had a mom that probably was the most important influence in my life, incredibly loving lady, but under stress, she drank alcohol and she mixed it with prescription drugs, and then she became very violent. So she made me kind of a practical psychologist. I had to learn how to manage her emotions because I have a younger brother, 5 years younger sister, 7 years younger. And so she gave me most of those skills initially. But the change in my life probably happened biggest was when I was 11 years old and we had no money and no food at Thanksgiving. When I say no food, we'd have crackers and peanut butter, but not a Thanksgiving dinner. And there was a knock at the door, and I went to the door, and standing there's this giant guy with 2 bags of groceries, one in each hand, and an uncooked frozen turkey in a pan on the ground. So I run to get my dad. When he opens the door, he sees the food, and he gets angry. He did not get happy. And he said, "We don't accept charity." And he went to slam the door, and the man had leaned in, and he hit his shoulder and bounced off. He's holding these groceries, right? And my dad, and he looked at my dad, and he said, "Sir, I'm just the delivery guy. You know, someone knows you're having a tough time. Everybody has tough times." And he said, "Sir, don't let your family suffer because of your ego." And my dad had like veins on both the sides of his neck. I can see it like it was yesterday. And then his shoulders dropped. He took the groceries, he threw them in the chair, he slammed the door, and he never even said thank you. And that set me off to like, I was shocked, and it took me a few years to figure it out, but I learned that our lives are shaped by 3 decisions. And you and I are going through them right now, even as we sit talking to each other. First decision is, what are you going to focus on? What's wrong is always available, so is what's right. But whatever we focus on, that's our life. But the minute we focus on something, the second decision our brain makes is, what does it mean? Because whatever meaning you give, it gives you an emotion, and that emotion controls the third decision is, what are you going to do? So my dad, I figured it out later, because it was obvious, he focused on he hadn't taken care of his family. And I know what the meaning was because he muttered it constantly that he was worthless. And he decided to leave our family after that, which at the time was I thought the worst experience of my life. I wasn't any better, I was lucky. I focused on there was food. And the meaning I gave is what changed my life. That's why I'm sitting here with you, is because my meaning was my father had always said, no one cares about anybody. But if a stranger comes and gives us an entire meal and they don't even want credit for it, then strangers must care, and I must care about strangers. And so I decided someday I'm going to do this for at least 2 other families. So when I was 17, I fed 2 families, and it was so emotional and beautiful. And I thought, I want to feed 1 billion meals here in America. And so I decided I was going to do it in 10 years. I got Feeding America as my partner, and I did it in 8 years. Then I traveled the world, and you see the hungers everywhere. And most people don't know that in the last 5 years, we've gone from 80 million people on the verge of starvation to 385 million. Governor Beasley was the head of the UN World Food Program. I said to him one day, how many meals would it take over a 10-year period to make sure there's enough food for anybody while we're coming up with sustainable solutions? Because you can't keep doing this. So he said, I don't know, 30, 40, 60 billion meals. And I said, well, why don't we do a 100 billion meal challenge? I said, I did 1 billion meals. You know, I wasn't a billionaire when I started. It seemed impossible, but I did it. And I've been blessed beyond what I can imagine by blessing others. I wear a baseball cap a lot of times like the president when I'm on stage. And on one side it says, you know, be a blessing. And indeed says, and you'll be blessed. I really believe if you'll be a blessing in other people's lives with your time, with your energy, with your money, with anything, you'll be blessed as well.
You really are a testament to the success you can have here in America. And you've worked with huge names around the world. You worked with Nelson Mandela, Princess Diana, Serena Williams. How do you approach those conversations with
such high-profile people?
Everyone's different. Some people bring me in because they're at the cutting edge and they're looking to take it to another level. A lot of people bring you in because, they're having a slump. Something's really challenging. Serena called me. Her sister had just died. She couldn't get on the court, and I got to get on the court right now. I remember President of the United States back in those days calling me when I was 31 years old, Clinton, and saying, they're going to impeach me in the morning. What should I do? I was like, could you call me sooner? Yes, tomorrow morning. Right? So, but when you have no net, it's amazing what you can figure out. And you do that for 40 years and you develop patterns because everything's a pattern. And so it's not hard after a while when you've dealt with millions of people, and I've worked in 193 countries, so I've worked in every culture, from every kind of leader you can imagine, to start seeing that you can help anyone if you can figure out what the pattern is to change, and you can do it really quickly, and that's what really surprises people, and that's kind of how I built my reputation.
You talk about the importance of being the creator of your own life rather than just being the manager. Maybe you can elaborate on that.
I think most people are stressed because they're in survival. Are you going to tell me that it's more stressful today than the dark ages when you could die by breathing on somebody, or, let's say we're being chased by a saber-toothed tiger? Of course not. But I think we're in survival because most of us are managing our lives. We're surviving. We're making a living. We're not designing our lives. And when you're creating something, there isn't stress. When you're creating a good life, when you're creating a business, when you're creating something, a love in your life, anything you create, you'll feel alive from. So the minute you do that, your psychology, your emotion will change completely, and you'll find an incredibly different quality of life.
We're about halfway through the month of January.
Yes.
And Tony, if you can believe it, researchers say that at this point, 88% of people who've made a New Year's resolution have totally let it go. So why is that happening? And what advice would you give people? What would you say to people so they can stick with their goals, they can stick with those resolutions?
Make your resolution just like most people say, I want to lose weight, I want to do that. Without a plan and without strong enough reasons, you're not going to do anything. So it's like, what I say to people is like, what you need, number one, is, my mom chased me out with a knife. She kicked my father out, and then she chased me out. She wasn't going to kill me, I knew, but I wasn't going back in that house. And I was depressed. And I said, what am I going to do? First thing I did was, and it's my first tip to somebody, is you got to every day feed and strengthen your mind. In other words, you got to watch what you let in, and today it comes at you, right? And we don't control our minds as much. So I'm talking about feeding your mind. Second, every day, and I know you do this, you got to feed and strengthen this body. And emotion is tied. You can't separate the mind and body because courage is physical, and so is fear. But so when you push yourself to do something incredibly difficult every day, and I do it every day, whether it's lifting or running or jumping in the freezing water, and there's no morning that I wake up and go, can't wait to jump in the water. But I don't hesitate. I don't negotiate and go, well, when I get feeling warmer, it's like I say go, we go. And it trains your brain to keep your word. Third, you need to find a great role model. When you see someone who's actually done what you want to do, you know it's possible. Fourth, you got to take massive action. People wait till they know what to do. Most successful people get into action and they iterate. And then lastly, you got to give more than you expect to receive. People can take those 5 things that happen, but every year since COVID, I decided to do a seminar for free. And I called the Time to Rise Summit, and I said, I'm not just going to do an hour or two, I'm going to do 3 days, about 3 hours a day, and give people how to increase their energy, how to change their body, how to shift their mind emotions, how to develop a plan and start the year that way. So I've done it for 5 years now for free. I'm going to do it coming up January 29th through the 31st, and starts at 2 p.m. Eastern. But we have people from 120 countries. We'll have over 1 million people, and you become part of a community. And it's like going to a movie each day, but it's your life, and you're changing it, and it's so much fun.
If you could give one piece of advice to people out there in 2026 about improving their happiness, achieving whatever their goals are for this year, what's the one piece of advice, or where do they start, Tony?
I think the very first thing is you've got to change your energy. When people's energy is low, you can talk about what you want to achieve and do it, but without energy, you are not going to follow through. So I think it's increasing your energy is the first step, and then you got to find something that's compelling to you, something you want to contribute to that's more than yourself. A vision. It could be a business. It could be something you want to do for your community. It could be for your kids. It could be for your family. But what makes humans go, what makes me proud about humans, the best part of humans, is that we'll do more for others we love than we'll ever do for ourselves.
Well, Tony Robbins, thanks for all you do. Thanks for motivating all of us every day to be better, to be the best version of ourselves. You're awesome, and we appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.